Okay, here's my poem, my narrative poem, The Ribbon. So, walking these streets makes me want to puke. Not for the bitter cold and the 5-mile hike back home, but because my mind screeches her name. She wouldn't let me touch the ribbon around her neck, the velvet, so soft. She grimaces every time I do. Her fear scares me, squeezes at my guts. Beautiful woman, perfect for me, rings in the closet. But the fear in her eyes, they almost went black, and so I have turned back, walked these 5 miles to get away from the ringing, clear my head, before I lose it, tumbling down after me. It would roll to her doorstep, knocking 3 times. It would only moan why, with sad white eyes. But why am I trying to scare? The ribbon, the Halloween with the ribbon, a costume, the girl with the ribbon, she was the girl. I met her as a lighthouse keeper, and we sat crisscross applesauce listening to stories about ribbons and lanterns. And then she said she liked the ribbon so much she would never take it off. I thought she would grow out of it. But the ribbon grew with her. The ribbon she never removed grew with her, never molded, with the swimming and the showers in that sweaty cabin hot tub in Tennessee. Never was faded. She had no other ribbon, hated ribbon in any other context. I laughed as I thought of the ring in the closet, her jewels set in the dainty shape of a bow. She would hate that, I say to the road. The road says it back with a sharp warning. She would. I doubled over, pushing out sharp air that would be laughter, but the bile was cutting it off. I ran back, spurting out chunks like a breadcrumb trail. Here is where I was when I realized. What have I realized? What has she gone so long without telling me? I've reached the door. I roll my head around my shoulders and thud it on the wood, bruising, but I don't care. She opens, frightened. I hate that look. It makes her look frail and dead, gaunt with big black eyes, a zombie wife. Love, she's choking on the words, and I want that ribbon. Shh, just come here and tell me. I want that ribbon. Tell you what? What do I tell her? I want that ribbon. Love, your breath. Have you been drinking? She shrieks and shrinks away from me, stumbling over a chair, and I want that ribbon. I have a ribbon for you. I like my ribbon. No, a new shiny ribbon for your bony little finger. Love, maybe you should go back home. Look with me in the closet. Reach for that box. This? Here? Yes, there. It's a tiny little box. Are you sure you... Yes, now. I'm not sure. Just get it down. She turns her back to me for a moment, and I have enough time to quickly flick open my pocket knife, enough time to get close enough to her, to wrap my one hand around her waist, gently, and the other is poised to tear the velvet veil apart. There is one tear darting down my face, obligatory for what I must do, losing her for the truth, to stop her, cheating death and bringing me into it. Only one of us damned to hell if I put a stop to it now. She opens the box and gasps with a choke, right as I slide the knife under the ribbon and across her skin. She shrieks, drops the rings. She turns to me. The ribbon I wanted is in my hands, and the ribbon I wanted her to want is lost to us. Her head is on. Her brown eyes open so wide that they become dry before the tears. They have enough time. As we stare at each other in silence, her hands still on her neck. The tip of my blade is red, and I realize it's blood right as she realizes that she's bleeding. And she leaps to swipe the knife from my limp hand and push me out of the room, out of the door, out of her life, as I should be. I don't deserve her. What overcame me? Victoria, no. Victoria, no. You stay away. You stay. She cries. Her face is red as she cries, and she's very much alive. She's pushing me, arms outstretched, and I catch a glimpse of her neck, perfect, except for a tan line, where the fat ribbon once was, and a scar, deep, jaded, a chunk of flesh missing. I stop fighting and the door slams on me. I drop the ribbon on the welcome mat. I will come numb, losing my way in the forest until a hunter in the morning almost shoots me, then points me on my way to house arrest. I pretend he sentenced me there, with mercy, after the firing squad was out on the break. I'll never know how. It wasn't my right to. I know that now, and I know this. If she cheated death deserved it. Thanks for listening.